Hello, She Talk listeners. We are back. Well, not listeners. I can't even say listeners now. Watchers and subscribers, because we leveling up. We're leveling it up over here. But today we are here with one of my childhood friends, Ashley. Ashley, say hello.
Hey y'all.
I'm so excited to have her. I don't know, it was just like in my spirit. I was like, I need to get Ashley on here, especially since after your testimony for your birthday, baby. I was like, yes, yes. Because I watch you all the time, you know? I watch you all the time on Facebook, and it's just like, it's just gravitating. You just put me in. So I just had to have you on here today. If y'all have not watched already, y'all need to go back to the last episode. Catch the last episode with Princess B. We talked about crime in Black America, the crab mentality, and just the double standard on justice when it comes to Black crime and just the injustice that we have. But today, we are going to talk about depression in Black women. There's something that all Black women that I feel like is going through or has gone through, and just, yes, we talk about it, but I feel like for our age group, it's not really talked about. And so it's just time for us to bring it to the table and have that conversation.
Mhm.
So right now we're gonna just kind of get into, what depression is and just a little bit of facts. I hate going into facts with people because I'm not going tit for tat. We just know what we know. Oxford Dictionary said depression is feelings of severe dependency of, or how do you say the word? Despondency or dejection, meaning like very, very low spirits and just severe sadness. That's how I see it. Severe sadness and low spirits. Um, Me personally, I have dealt with depression, and at the same time, didn't really know what was going on until after I kind of like picked myself up out of it. I was like, hold on now, there was a little bit of depression right there. So that's when I started digging into it and just realizing that I'm not the only person out here. And as Black women, we do get depressed, especially not just as we get older. We don't have to have kids and things like that, and careers and stuff to have depression. Mine probably developed when I went to college. I probably say that because that's when so many things is just coming and trying to juggle at the same time. So, Ashley, just kind of like give your take on depression.
My take on depression is, like you said, you don't have to have kids or then had even in a relationship or anything to even deal with depression. Sometimes it just can be like you said, struggling with a whole lot of things. I feel like as women, we have a lot on our plate, right? Some of us are mothers, careers, we might have a husband. So we juggle with a whole lot of things, and just even being a sister to somebody, or being a daughter, being an auntie, just being that woman, we have so many roles to play. So by trying to juggle all that and still go on, that's a lot. So all of that can bring you down, especially when you don't have somebody to actually pour into you as you going through those things. So that's my take on it.
Okay. So now I kind of want to reverse a little bit
Okay.
and take a little time. Ashley, tell me, it's been a long time since me and Ashley been caught up, so this kind of like our little beat up section. But tell me and the watchers, like, what's up in your world right now? What does Ashley do?
Oh, girl, Ashley do a lot. I can say. Actually do a lot. I have took on this role of entrepreneurship. So I deal with finances and things like that. I have my own business, Imagine Wealth Financial Services. And so I'm doing some of that. I teach dance at church. I still do that. So that's a lot on my plate. People been calling me to speak nowadays. So that's a lot on my plate. I'm a mother. First and foremost, I'm a mother, and my son, oh my God, that's a whole responsibility. Okay, like he keeps me on my toes. So just that, and just every day just trying to go and, be the best version of myself. So that's what I've been doing nowadays, just trying to help somebody, inspire somebody. So
I'm glad you said inspire. You took the word right out of my head because I was getting ready to say you inspire me so much. Like so much. Just through Facebook alone. So hopefully we able to maintain our relationship now moving forward. I mean, y'all ain't nothing happened, so don't ever think we just grew up. I'm talking about when I say Ashley, me and Ashley go way back, like 38128 Rowood Drive.
We got whoopings together, okay?
That was us. We got yeah, man, them whoopings turn us to beautiful, amazing women now.
I'm telling you.
So that's another thing. But hopping back into just the depression part, we talked about the depression, like signs of depression. I guess I say, how did you know that you were experiencing depression?
It was just where, when I wasn't my happy self. I didn't feel like that I was being fulfilling in life. I don't feel like I'm going anywhere. It was just like I didn't want to do anything else. Like I might didn't want to go somewhere that day or things like that. I might didn't want to put my makeup and stuff on, just stuff like that. Well, that that you dealing with some, depression or some type of oppression. So those type of things where you don't usually want to do or be the same person that you usually were. So those will be some signs that, okay, something might be going on.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, isolating. I'm big. I like being out. I like being in the crowds and all this stuff. And when she ain't coming, there's something going on. Y'all need to check in on her. Check in on your strong friends.
Okay.
Strong people, we are so strong. And we have this image to the world that we have it all together, but we're human.
Mm-hmm.
We are human, and we can't take on everything. Especially, just we already have. I guess I could say based off because I know our families, we already have those nurturing and giving spirits.
Yeah.
So having that growing up, you take on so much as a young person.
Mm-hmm.
And it just manifests itself into when you become an adult and you don't know how to juggle all that stuff.
Mm-mm.
So it leads to depression. Other signs of depression, like we said, loss of interest. You probably overeating, undereating, because I know sometimes I might have a spell where I just want to eat, or I don't want to eat that day.
Yep.
And when I do eat, it's horrible. Just straight up junk food. Just sit in the middle of the bed, turn Netflix on, and just junk food. Gotta have my salt, my sugar,
right?
All of it, just to make you feel good. At least in that moment. I mean, but actually, it's not that great when you step out of yourself and you look at yourself in that moment. It's not a great moment. Shifting to just the Black woman in itself. What are the first thoughts that come to mind when you hear the two words Black woman?
Strong superheroes. That's what I hear. Like strong superhero women. Like we do everything.
Yes, I agree. I went to Facebook and Instagram today and I put that same question, and people, strong, superhero, goddess, powerful, resilient. Yeah, like all of these things that Black women are. And yet we still suffer with depression. Now, of course, we don't talk about it like we should because we put this stigma on it of, oh, you gotta be strong, or girl, just go pray about it and it'll happen. It's all of that. We always get there, or you'll be all right. God don't put on his children what you can't bear. But at the same time, I have to tell myself, faith without works is dead. We grew up in church together, singing together, dancing together, everything, and praying together, like, y'all hard down praying as kids, like, and praying, you know, we can do that. But at the same time, it had took me to get my tail up and go seek and get a therapist. Like, going to therapy literally made me go back to when I was a kid and face all of that. You know what I'm saying? You have to get to a much better place and heal, because if you don't, you're going to continue to live those experiences throughout your daily actions.
Right.
And I feel like that was just another way for me to help cope with depression. Because, I mean, it's not something that's just going, you know, oh, you know, we get it and then it just never happens again. It's going to come back. Things happen in your life unexpectedly, or, you know, just something, and it can just make you go back down. A roller coaster. You just got to learn how to cope with it. So with coping, you know, what are some things that you have done to help cope with your depression or pull you up out of your depression?
I would think of things that make me happy. Get in your happy place. I would say I will anything that make me happy. Get my nails done. That make me happy, baby. Get my hair done. Whatever makes me happy at that moment. If it's reading a book, if it's going to have me some me time, like I'm gonna go to lunch by myself today. Like whatever is gonna make me happy in that place. Like whatever your hobby is, whatever you love to do. Believe it or not, I like to dance. So most of the times, if I wasn't in the mood, I might even feel like going to practice that day or do anything like that. But 9 times out of 10, when I got to that place, when I got there and I got to moving there, like I will begin to feel better. When I would leave practice in a better mind space than I did when I came, right? So I would say most definitely get in your happy place and do something that makes you happy.
Absolutely. And, you know, some people be like, you know, I can't go get my nails done. Baby, go to Dollar Tree. On a budget. I mean, you can do this on a budget. Like, you have to tell people that, because people get so caught up in these things of, you know, I gotta go have the best and I have to have this and I have to have that. You don't have to do that. Like, cause me, I like to look good, but I'm a little frugal.
Okay.
I will definitely take my butt and go get me them little buckets and fill it up with some hot water and put some Epsom salt in there and call it suck my feet.
Yes.
So I go, sometimes to save money. Now I know how to braid my hair. So, hey, we about to really be saving money, because that's just, you know, getting all these things that makes us feel better. And another thing that I have learned is journaling. Self-love is one of the best love. I know that's like so cliche, but it is. Like, once you love of self radiates love to all. I'm gonna say it like that. And that's something I've learned, and I'm still living through that. So that's why I'm always loving light, because I promise you, the smallest thing can click you off. So you always have to remember that. But self-love, journaling, you know, think about a time where you were down, and, you know, think about now. What's the difference? You know, what did you do to come up out of it? Those things, you can sit down and look at that and be happy and be like, wow, I came so far from where I was. And so there's just something that can be uplifting. You know, I love music.
Yeah.
Like, I create playlists around what mood I want to have. You know, if I want to be happy, I play good music, you know, Michael Jackson or something, some upbeat, you know, just to take my mind off some stuff. But if I want to be in a serious mood where I just want to be calm, I might play some soft jazz. I might play some classical. I'm an all the way on the way girl when it comes to music. So that's just something that I do, you know, just to give people examples of things that you can do that don't cost money to make you feel better. Even if it's just for a few moments, you know, just dig yourself up out of there. Those few moments can mean so much, because depression, that leads to suicide. It leads to, you know, all kinds of other mental illnesses that people don't talk about.
Yep.
And it's sad. So with this, I'm just hoping that, you know, people that suffer from this hears this and it just helps them.
Yeah.
You know, we got so many prominent Black women that go through it too, that's speaking on it. You know, I'm watching YouTube videos and Instagram videos, you know, Keke Palmer, Janet Jackson, Taraji P. Henson, You know, even Simone Biles, Gabby Douglas, these girls, they are in the limelight and they also suffer with these things too. You know, it's just it's probably, I wouldn't say the number one, but it's up there with stressor of killing for Black women. We take on way too much, and we don't live the course of life like we need to because of that. So hopefully, I just want us to live longer and just be better and be happier. Is, you know, not only as women but Black women at that, because every time it sucks to be surrounded by, you know, other races, and people feel like, you know, if they say certain things that you're gonna just be so angry, because I'm not an angry person. But it sucks to be that Black, you know, be a Black woman and people look at you like that.
Yes.
So I mean, that was another thing that had put me in depression. You know, being at my old job, I'm the only Black girl, you know, in administration and young at that with degrees. So that was just, you know, the way them people treated me, girl. That is just it was awful. It put me in a depression to where I was going to work. I wasn't barely even. I love being a social worker. I love what I did for, you know, that job, but I hated going to work.
Oh, wow.
I would go to work. I would pray. I would be like, okay, we're going to have a good day today. Take a shower, play my music. Everything will be fine. Get my coffee. And as soon as I lock my car and walk up on it, straight on down, I'm like, oh my God. But, you know, realizing the pattern that I was having going to work and getting home, getting into bed, and just laying there and realizing it's 8, 9 o'clock at night and the day already gone, you know, I'm like, this is not it. So like I mentioned, therapy, that pulled me way up out of there. Listening to music, you know, dancing and stuff, you know, just, I always, even at work, when people get stressed and stuff, I'll be like, let's have a 10-second dance party. People are like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the craziest thing, but it shifts your mood just that quick.
It does.
Or I'll do something random if somebody says something, and then I just come up with a song with those words in it. And it's just, I mean, you know, you just gotta be like that. And even just in spite of that, you know, people really didn't know that I was suffering with depression through that. You know what I'm saying? Because I still have to come as a social worker. You have to put all this stuff aside. Not even as a social worker, but as a woman, you have to put that stuff to the side and take care of everything else. I did a depression test. I put that on Facebook and just, you know, asked everybody about self-care. Like, you know, do you participate in self-care? And if you do, how? And I seen some answers that said, no, I don't, because I don't have time. I have to take care of everybody else. And so, number one, to whoever answered that, find time. You're going to have to make you some time. I don't care if your baby 3 or 3 months, find time. And ways that is actually, you know, we play so superhero woman that we don't need nobody. Y'all better ask people for help. Because what do we have people around for? Because I know that I can say that I used to be a prideful person where I didn't like asking people for stuff because, you know, number one, we don't want nobody in our business. And, you know, we got to stop that sometimes. Find people that we really trust, and that's hard in itself. But, you know, and get the help. Because we, as Black women, have to do better at taking care of ourselves.
Yes.
It's something that I'm stressing. Another thing, I was reading an article and it was a statement. Here it is, by Roshan Meadows Fernandez. She said, "My struggle does not negate my strength." And I was like, wow, they hit me because I'm just like, dang, all this stuff. If you think about all the struggles that you've been through in your life, in this very moment where you are now, you can't allow that to just I guess, make the strength that you have at this moment. Determine that. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. It just, that hit home for me because of just so much, everybody see these things that we put on social media too.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know what is behind that or what took for you to get that picture or whatever the case may be. Because they go, oh, you moved to Dallas. Yeah, I moved to Dallas, but y'all don't know all the stuff happened. Stuff I done been through.
On the way here. Just on the way here. Okay.
On the way to get to here. And then when I get here, the after stuff, you just don't know. COVID and all of that. You don't know. But we here or we good. So we let this struggle, proclaim this moment. I guess I see it like that.
Right.
I guess let me get to another question that I had for you.
Okay.
I sent you this one. And I like to have people prepared. But I don't know if I sent you this. How does one share her struggles with mental illness when she's convinced the world that she is strong, when she has somehow become an example to others?
Wow, it's funny that you asked me that. I would say that because I was thinking like some days when I might not be having the best day, right? And you just be wanting to vent. Like, you will get on social media and be like, oh, I just want to make this post. And I find myself, like, I ain't finna make this because people looking up to me. I ain't gonna be able, I don't want them to see me fold. And that's how I be feeling. But sometimes it's really not about that because 9 times out of 10, whatever you may be going through or however you may be feeling at the moment, somebody else might be in the same place, right? And so just by you coming out and by you saying how you feel can help free that person as well. And y'all can be free together. That person might say, hey, I see that you're going through what I'm going through, and I'm really going through this. So can we connect in this area? Can you help me? Can we help each other get through this? So you always have to know that you are a servant to somebody else. We are put on this earth to help one another, to serve one another. So whatever you might be going through will always help somebody else. So you don't go through nothing in life, nothing happen in life that God will not use so that he can help you help someone else be free.
Mm-hmm. And I really am glad that you said that because that day that you posted your testimony, like I was having a bad day that day. I was frustrated and I was just like, ugh. And then, me, when I'm on Facebook, I ain't watching no long video anyway. But for some reason, I was like, oh, Ashley got a video on here. And I think it was your birthday that day. And I was like, today her birthday. So I had clicked on it and I was on the phone with one of my friends, like I had told you. And I'm just listening to it. And I was like, wow. I needed to hear this today because I've been going through so much bull crap today that it's just making me feel so defeated. And then to hear your message and my friend was like, wow. She was like, wow, I'm not even supposed to be listening, but I'm on the phone listening. And it's just like you said, you just never know who needs to hear the word or hear the word of the day or the struggle of the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I think I'm trying to be more open about certain things and my feelings and just expressing myself because of that. Because lately, I have been writing certain things on Facebook and I've had people say, I'm so happy that you put this on there because I just been feeling this way too. So I'm just like, shoot, I guess I start expressing myself a little bit more, just depending on what it is, because I just don't want to ruffle no feathers, because that's just not what social media is for me.
Yeah.
To the questions that I did send you, we did talk about your experience. What is some advice for women who may be suffering from depression that you want to give that may watch this video?
I would say seek help, in some type of way. If you feel like you don't want to go to a therapist or whatever, or you feel like you can't afford to go to a therapist or whatever it might be, it's somebody that you can connect with who wouldn't mind being the accountability partner to you, feeding into you, helping you or whatever, pouring into you, then let you pour out all your feelings however you may be feeling at that moment, somebody that you can trust. Like you said, it's kind of hard to trust people, but I know it's somebody. Look, y'all can trust me. If y'all want to contact me. And just, I will allow you to pour yourself out, say however you feel, and then I can help walk you through, somebody who can help walk you through the process. Okay, so you're going through this. Okay, so this is the next step, and this how I want, until you get through it. It's somebody that you can connect with, to help you through it. So that's what I would say. Just seek help. Don't stay there. Get in your happy place. Get in your happy place. Find something that makes you happy and do it. I don't care. Tell your kids, give you 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Do something to make you happy. Like, for real, get in that happy place. And they don't have to cost no money. Some people like to go to the gym for their happy place. Some people like to take walks, whatever. Like, if you need to go take a walk, take the kids to the park, you walk a little bit, you do some laps or something around where you can see them, Anything for real to make you happy. Get in a happy place for real. And seek help. Somebody that will pour into you and allow you to do that. That's what I would say. Most definitely.
Okay. I appreciate that. I feel like I've missed a thing. We skipped the stigma of depression. I don't recall us really talking about it. I guess the question that I have is, what can we do as Blacks and African Americans, however they want to say it, what can we do to change the stigma on depression?
I guess what I would say, allow yourself to be vulnerable. Don't always feel like you have to be strong or take on everything. We want to take, I know some want to take on, like, you feel like, I got to be here for mom. I got to be here for dad. I got to be here for my sister. I got to be here, and I got work, and I got this. And when you get through, all this is upon you because you want to be that person. You want to help. But if ain't nobody feeding back into you and helping you, that's when you get in that down place. So just know that you could be vulnerable. Just know that you don't have to be strong all the time. If you want to cry today, cry. Baby, I'll take 5 minutes and cry. You just can't stay there. You got to get up, sis. So take your time to cry. I don't care. Cry out, pout it out, whatever you got to do. But just know you can't stay there. We can't let you stay there. You got to get up. But if you got to cry, I don't care if you got to cry once a week. That's what's going to make you feel better. Do it. That's what I would say. Just do it.
I agree. I also sat down and thought about it myself, and I don't have children yet, but when I have children eventually, I feel like as a Black woman, to instill emotions in my child, expressing emotions, recognizing emotions, and knowing how to deal with these emotions at the same time. I feel like that's something that our generation needs to put that into our children so that we won't have to go through that, growing up and not being able to express how we feel for real, without somebody misunderstanding us. Children cry for everything. And it could be scared. They can be, angry. I deal with children on a daily basis, with babysitting and things like that. And I have children that will just bust out crying because, they're mad. Or they feel like you're being mean to them. And so I just pull them, hey, look, we get eye to eye. And I be like, look, man, you crying for a reason. Let's figure it out. Did I yell too loud?
Right.
And if you say yes, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell that loud. So, you got to get kids to be able to express themselves like this so they won't be turning into these, mentally ill, depressed adults, traumatic adults.
I agree.
So that's just one thing that I see that I want to, we all want to plan to do these things, but there's something that I pray that I'm able to put into my children so that we won't have to keep living this stigma.
Right.
Mental. What is mental illness? We don't deal with it.
Right.
So, I don't want to keep just throwing it under the rug because it's too much. It's too much stuff we throw under there, and we pull it out. We finna pull it out. So don't even worry about it. She talk. We pulling it out. We pulling it out of under the rug. So that y'all don't have to get mad. No, or what my mom and me say, scratch your butt and get glad, because we're about to talk about it. Just piggybacking on the whole conversation, realize that you have depression. You gotta figure it out. Some people don't know. You gotta figure it out, and once you figure it out, you gotta figure out what you want to do with it. You're gonna talk to somebody, a friend or somebody. You're gonna go to therapy. You're gonna participate in self-care. All these things are important to keep us up out of this.
Yeah.
And faith without works is dead.
Yes.
That's one thing that I always say. We're gonna pray, but we're gonna have to do the work too.
Yes, absolutely.
Now this is a new thing that I told you I'm gonna do. Shout out these Black businesses.
Okay.
So y'all know I gotta put on for my city, Memphis. So today's Black business shout out, we're gonna do Shamice Crutcher. That's my girl. We went to high school together. She is bomb on the nails. Look her up on Facebook, Crayon by CC. Nails, when I say started from the bottom, now she here. She here and she bad. She bad with it. Also, we got Crystal Gale. Look her up on Facebook. She does logos. And we have Heart Taxes and Credit Repair. Look all these people up on Facebook, y'all. This is where I got it from. Shout out to my good friend Nate for coming all the Black businesses. So every episode, we're going to shout out Black businesses. And don't forget about Ashley, y'all. Don't forget. Tell them what you do. Remind them, girl.
Financial services. So I do anything from retirement planning to life insurance to college planning, business planning, budgeting, anything like that. Y'all want to get y'all finances together, y'all come holler at me. I promise I get y'all.
Need that, y'all. We need this. So hit Ashley up on Facebook. Ashley Shaw. Do you have a page for your business?
They could be connected through Ashley Shaw. It's fine.
So y'all will find that there. So just find that. And Ashley, thank you so much for just sitting down with me and having this conversation. If I get a lot of feedback, you coming right back. You know that, right? Okay.
I get you.
I just want to know. You coming right back. You're going to have part 2 or something.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay.
All right. So I love you and thank you so much for this episode. Thank you for this conversation. And everybody, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share because we're getting this out here. All right, y'all. Bye, girl.
Bye.